Can't find a good reason. Can't find hope to believe in. Wow. Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. You guys are a little cloudy. Let me go and. Okay, there we go. That is a little bit better. So, what has happened since this morning? Quite a little bit. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love you all. Bro hugs for everyone. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. So, during my live stream this morning, I had a bunch of people go and say, hey, Earth 2 just uploaded a new video. I was like, why? They haven't done that in so long. Of course, 30 minutes into my stream, that's what happened. We knew it was going to come this week. Nathaniel had not joked about it. He had gone on Discord and he had I think, and Thomas, they had said that a new video was coming. It was about them in a buggy. They themselves were not in the buggy, but they themselves were in a, I guess it's kind of like droned. It's on autopilot, whatever it is, you're controlling it. Your avatar is not in the buggy yet. You just see it basically being ghost driven. But outside of that, you see it looks very cool. Like we said, better than Red Dead Redemption. Like those graphics, obviously we've seen a trailer for Phase 3 before, but those graphics are something that I have gone on and looked at pretty much with the same admiration that I did when Breath of the Wild came out, for Legend of Zelda. And I was like, oh wow, this is incredible. So it's something that, am I on Wi-Fi? Yeah, we're good. So it's something that, based just off that, you're gonna have a lot of people come in. I don't know how many views that has. I don't know how viral that went. But another tweet from Veve, they had said, or Akomi, and they had said that, hey, look what's happening. These breakfast cereal monsters. You don't have the honeybee from Honey Nut Cheerios. You have a fat honeybee from Honey Nut Cheerios. You have a fat Tony the Tiger. All of these things, and what do they allude to? Ron English NFT. Most likely that is the drop on Thursday. I'm very, very excited for that. They announced him a couple weeks ago that they were partnering with him, and now the fact that it looks like they're doing that NFT drop on Thursday is going to be absolutely insane. I cannot wait for that. That's something that, despite, again, a good catalyst, good news, the price has gone down again. Price of OMI has gone down from 0.0024 to 0.0021. So it dropped another 0.003. What was that? 3 at like 8, I don't know, like 20%, something like that. So it's continuously gone down. I bought some more. I moved some money around. I went to Aria Realty. I was like, hey, bro, give me something. give me another $800 worth. So yeah, I added like 1900-ish I put into crypto today, 800 of which was into OMI, the rest was into Bitcoin. I am skewing slightly higher on Bitcoin than I am with OMI. Whatever I have with OMI, let's say 8.5 million. They're about 25 grand each, give or take, maybe a little bit more. I definitely put in more, but it's just right now that because the price is down, it's only like 25 grand each, something like that. As the price goes back up, that'll be a lot more. So I just want to keep you guys posted and be transparent on where I am. Also, something that had premiered right before I went live was some Upper Echelon Gaming made a whole, and this is what I was talking about this morning with Aria Realty, with him saying like, okay, him getting in the faces of the Earth 2 scam people, everyone calling it a scam, getting in the faces of them. He has a whole video, this guy, Upper Echelon Gaming, made a video dedicated to Aria Realty. Okay, well, Chavez, isn't that a bad thing? He's like calling him out. Yeah, kind of. Kind of a bad thing where, he's getting like his name thrown in the dirt, but that meme, Aria Realty, like versus all the E2 haters, he's getting a lot of views. Aria Realty has been playing the game. He is playing the game, getting a lot of different views. You know how some people like play politics? Oh yeah, I'll do you a favor and we do here. I would not be surprised if he told me in the next couple weeks, yeah, me and Upper Echelon Gaming, our views were both going up each when we started like fighting with each other. So we decided to have a play fight, and that's what happened. I would not be surprised if he told me that. I'm 100% sure that didn't happen, but but there's our real to play in the game, baiting people and having them go and watch this channel. And the good thing about that is why this is good for Earth 2, is when other people that come from Big Fry or Upper Echelon Gaming, or the half a dozen other people calling Earth 2 a scam, when they come along and they see someone like me or Aria Realty or not E2 Meta anymore, but Guidebook Gaming, again, where I just came from, Guidebook Gaming, if you don't want to put any money into this game, go follow them. Do Class 1 giveaways every single day. But as they do that, you have these people saying, oh, okay, well, these guys don't seem like scam artists. Maybe they come to like drop hateful comments on our streams or whatever. and then you say, oh, well, actually, these guys seem pretty cool. Ari Realty and Real Randy Chavez are actually in the military together. All right, how bad can you be to be in the military? Guidebook Gaming and, King Tech Ops and Nameless, they stream every day, literally giving away free money, giving away cash. How bad can they be? You see that with people, and then Earth 2 fake news. Oh my God, that new video that came out yesterday was one of the funniest things I have ever seen. Definitely go check, just YouTube Earth 2 fake news. Look at their latest video. Came out yesterday, 2 days ago. I just saw it this morning. That was hysterical. So definitely go watch that. But yeah, I like the fact that people are coming to our channels. I don't care. Bring all the negativity to me. Bring all of it to Ari Realty or Guidebook Gaming, and we have broad shoulders. We'll take it, and hopefully, even if we convert just, let's say we have 1,000 people that are just negative watching our stuff, we convert 10% of them, and just have them think like, okay, hey, we're actually a really nice community of really good people. That is just going to do nothing but good things for the game. It's like, like Republicans or Democrats when they switch sides. Like, I was once this, but now I'm this, and now I'm the strongest. They're they just they flip and they become like one of the best players on our side. So thank you guys for 10 likes. That means a lot. I'm going to take a swig of the protein shake real quick. Oh, it felt good. And outside of that, I think that was all the news I had for right now. Since this morning, again, a lot of stuff happens. I'm going to start taking some questions now. Junior Sanchez, yes, you were number first. Hola, Randy. How are you? I'm doing very well. I had a late lunch with my friend Tyler at a Colombian place near where I live, and it was really good. I haven't seen him in a while. It was good to catch up, and we are going to double date soon. Can't wait for that. Ukulele Strings, how's it going, man? The second, Moon, what's going on? How you doing? Crystal Stroud said, hey, Randy, I made the stream on time. I was late earlier and was too quick to leave, so I didn't hear. How was your vacation? Yeah, vacation was excellent. Got to see my friend Jesse and his wife, and we all just got to hang out. We didn't get to play video games, but we went to an oyster house, went to a steak house. We didn't get to go Bigfoot hunting really either, although I found, Bigfoot keychains and all that, but that was really fun. Washington is a beautiful place. I can't wait to go back. Lots of good times. Christian Velasco says, hi, Randy. My man, I send you a tweet. Ooh, okay, I will check that after this. I promise. Samuel Parton says, what's up? How's it going? And I got actually this in Washington. The Hey Arnold, Jolly Ollie man. I love him so much. Crystal Stroud says, is this Jeep tweet direct from Shane or Nathaniel? The one that I had posted this morning on my thumbnail, that tweet was from Shane. The picture that I posted for this thumbnail, that is a screenshot I took from the video that they posted this morning. Yeah. Dr. Professor Kabinski is mad, brought something for my store. Seller states he doesn't have the item anymore, which is one big lie. Found out he is a crypto trader and never had stuff. Probably wanted a free loan from me. Oh man, you got to fight that. Fight that, Dr. Professor Kaminsky. Oh, Raythax with that $20 super chat. Said, Raythax in the house. Daddy sodas and 18-year-old scotch for everyone. Oh, my man. 18-year-old scotch. All right, so Glenfiddich, I know they make a 12, a 15, and a 21. Is Glenfiddich making 18? Which one are you drinking, Raythax? But yeah, Daddy sodas are great. Something else I did want to talk about is a lot of people saying, hey, have you sold that? Investor Ali this morning was asking me about how selling that card. Pokemon cards, I think I might have to not sell some of these right now. Although most of my collection is already gone, I still have a bunch of Blaine's Charizards and Blaine's Arcanines, and I still have the Trophy Kangaskhan. But Logan Paul last night, for those of you that don't know, and I'll mention this in a Pokemon video, in my next one, there were only 2 first edition BGS 10 Charizards in the world. Both of them were owned by this guy, Gary. He was on Pawn Stars years ago. And then a few months ago, a third one came out. Nobody knew who it was. This guy, Gary, is like $50,000 to anyone who could tell me the name of the person that has it. So we're all putting out feelers, we're all trying. And then yesterday, Logan Paul comes out with the first edition BGS 10, the third one that everyone was looking for. And I'm thinking immediately, like, that's got to be like $750,000. If Gary from Pawn Stars is about to slap down $50,000 just for the name, just for the finder's fee of that, I would say like minimum 10x. So probably between $500,000, $750,000. There's only 3 in the world. And Logan Paul in an interview, he just said, yeah, it's $1 million card. Not letting go for less than that. It's like, my God. Yeah. Um, Dr. Professor Kubinski said, do you think I can somehow take action? That is so heckin' fishy. I mean, I bought something from my store. It doesn't have the item. I mean, did you send him the item? Did you, or did you send him the crypto? And then if he didn't give it back, then yeah, absolutely, you could definitely take action against him. If he sent it back, he probably can't. Everything's like hearsay. You probably wouldn't be able to do that. Raythak says, ooh, Glen Morange on the rocks. Nice, nice. For me, and again, this happens just to be my taste. I like things neat, like them straight and neat, and it is something that I sip. Johnny Walker Blue is, if you watch the show, Raythax, watch the show Billions. It's very, very good, and they basically like throw Johnny Walker Blue in there like every single time. Like in like season 2 or 3, most of what they drink is Johnny Walker Blue. It's really insane. But I do like that. Johnny Walker Blue is really good. Glenfiddich is good. I bought the Glenfiddich number 12, the 12-year-old one, or 14. To me is a lot better than like their 21-year-old stuff. Maybe I just have an immature palate. Maybe I just don't have exactly what it takes to drink with the big boys. But I also like the cheap $40 bottle of peanut butter whiskey. Really good. Really, 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 really good. Final Shot says, do you think Omi price will keep going down at least till Wednesday? I get paid that day. I don't know what it does short term. Again, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. That's in every single description for every video that I put. What Upper Echelon Gaming was doing is trying to say, I think Aria Realty actually, if this is not a play fight, if this is real, he could actually go and slap Upper Echelon Gaming with a defamation lawsuit, because he is like going like hard, like dragging his name through the mud. I don't think Aria Realty would do that, because to him this is just a big troll. He's just like, he's literally trolling the troll, making him like, how genius is Aria Realty making this big 400,000 subscriber guy make a whole video about him? It's genius. It's genius. It's big brain time. That guy is living in 2030 right there. So apologize. I'll calm down a little bit. But as far as Omi, I hope it does. It could retest the lows of 0.00, like 169, I think it was. I hope it does. Probably even more. But I bought some more. Ask Ariels. I've been buying literally all weekend. I'm buying today. I think I have more than 8.5 million Omi at this point. So I'm just continuing trying as soon as I can. I sold a couple more cards today. That was that whole thing this morning when I was taking out the. Somebody, I don't know if Raythax knows this. I don't know. This might be dangerous for Raythax. There was talk about a Randy Chavez drinking game where every time he says bye-bye Dashi, or every time he says hello Dashi, or there's not financial advice, I'm not a financial advisor, or anytime I show my arms, anytime I do something, I'm supposed to take a drink. So it could be dangerous. I'm not advising people to play that. If they want to, do that at your own risk. Every time I show a new toy. Dr. Breskovinsky said, I don't know, I like the new vid, I don't know why people are hating. Probably short-term minded people that expected Ready Player One in 6 months. Yeah, I think that's it also. I see most of the time that is bad. Most of the time it's bad when, people don't have that delayed gratification. Like I was saying this morning, for those of you that missed it, whether you were at work or whether you were preoccupied, or it's like, oh, it wasn't my normal time for streaming. I had done a video, like the first few minutes, of saying like, okay, listen, how I made it at 30, I was going over with my friend Tyler before, how I made it is because I was living in these grandma basements. I was eating Taco Bell. I was keeping literally less than a couple $100s in my account at all times, putting everything I had into investments. And I was living within my means. I was literally living, and you guys saw the last apartment where I was just in a room. That's what I had. I didn't have a bedroom and a kitchen like I have now. Like I had one room and a shared bathroom. And that shared bathroom was with my friend's daughter, and there was hair and glitter and hair dye everywhere. It was awful. It was freaking awful. I'm never living with girls again, except for my girlfriend. Danielle, if you're watching, I love you, honey. But I did all this and saying, okay, well, I translated back to the military because I was with my friend Jesse all weekend, who was, like I said, I served with. A lot of guys we served with, 18, 19 years old, their first big boy job. And what happens? They get, not scammed, but they get roped into, oh, this is a sweet Dodge Charger. I'm going to get so many chicks with this, and I could afford the payments. What does it come down to? Can you afford the payments? They could afford the payments. It didn't matter that they were paying 20-something% interest on that car. They wanted that car and they got it. And guess what? At the end of their enlistment, 4 or 6 years later, whatever it was, that car that they had bought was worth 1/5 of what it was, where I had gotten a car that I had paid off. It was in one deployment I paid it off. I paid it off it was a 2012 Honda Civic, paid it off in one deployment. I had no debt. They were still paying off the car. That car is worth less. And yeah, it was ridiculous. We got Crystal Stroud with a $5 super chat saying, "Daddy drinks. Try an adios mother fudger." I don't know what that is, but I will try that. For those of us that are drinking tonight, there's something called a on the rocks. On the rocks is an actual drink. It doesn't just mean with ice. Like on the rocks is a drink. It's like a gin. No, it's a tequila like martini, like in a little bottle. It is so good. It is dangerous because there is so much good flavor in there, and you don't taste that much alcohol. So it's like, oh yeah. So again, Ray Thax that $20 super chat. Daddy Soda is an 18-year-old Scotch. Oh my man, I'm jealous. Zana, what's going on? Brian Flynn says, at this point, I don't care. I just want to travel the world. They could give me only a freaking pedal bike and I'd still play. Yeah, same. I want the gameplay also. Oh, sorry. I got distracted by a Crystal Stroud super chat. Thank you for that. So back to what I was saying. A lot of people, if you make a certain amount of money in 5 years, the people that are keeping up with the Joneses, like Gary Vee says, the people that are going and getting that, 3-bedroom house with 3 bathrooms when there's only one of them or 2 of them that they don't need, I don't know if they're necessarily showboating or that's just what people have inculcated into them with society, saying, no, you need a house. You need a house. That's what you need. You have kids growing up. Okay, what about like a bunch of my friends that grew up in New York City or Queens? Like, they didn't have houses. They didn't have yards. No, they go and they play. And be advised, guys, when you're playing softball, do not slide. Again, I grew up in Long Island, most of the suburbs, where you're sliding on dirt. You're sliding on grass. In Queens, when you slide, it is concrete, and it is not good. Like some good alcohol was wasted that day. All on my right leg where the skin was gone. I was like, don't be a wussy. And poured out, I'm like, no, it hurts. It was, like, you don't need any crazy big house. You don't need that. All you need is a small place to live. If you're eating good and you're having, spending quality time with people that you love, I honestly think that's all you need. Am I cheap? A little bit. Am I frugal? Yes, absolutely. I am a little cheap, but again, like these same people that had, gone to college when I was in the military and they had, bought a house while I rented. Okay, well, who's worth more? And again, and that's, I'm just saying if we make the same, I'm not saying like, oh, because you make lesser or more than me, you're better or worse than me. No, that's not the case at all. It's just saying like, well, what do you want in life? And if you want to continue getting more Omi or more Earth Tiles, even more Pokemon cards, what I did was I just worked. I worked my butt off, and that's what I got. And even now, continuously to this day, I'm retired, but I stream as often as I can. I make videos as often as I can because I know that this channel is going to grow. I know that the channel's got, especially because we're so early on these things. We're so early on Earth 2, so early on Veve and Omi, so early on Bitcoin still. There's not even ETF in America for Bitcoin yet. We're still very, very early on all of these. And a great way to build wealth, again, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, is buy and hold things that are attached to really good products. And I'm just letting you guys know what I'm doing. I'm buying and holding crypto, like Bitcoin. And my friend Tyler, who had, is a veterinarian, he's, got some school debt, but he has crypto. He has more Bitcoin than I do. Doesn't have any Omi though, but he does have a lot of Ether. He's got like 14 Ethereum. It is better, in my opinion. Again, if I had to do it all over, I would do the same exact thing. I would live within my means, build up a very good base, and then have a lot of money to play with, have a lot of money to go on vacation, and then be able to get, because having money is only part of it. The other part is recognizing an opportunity. Like, I think a great opportunity is Earth 2. That is first to market, that is disruptive, it's vertically integrated. The company is not as vertically integrated as I'd like it to be because they do hire outside help. But again, for a game like this, you need to hire outside help. Veve Collectibles, very vertically integrated. Raythex at $10 super chat saying, Glen Morange on the rocks. Sounds great. I haven't had the pleasure, though, to drink that. Zana says, USA is $0 right now. Hell meow. Hell nah. It's probably just a glitch. I don't see the USA being being anything like, was it $55, $59, something like that. Dr. Professor Kaminsky said, I bought something, paid, got an email, and he tells me he doesn't have the money and will repay me in a week. How's fine? Yeah, no, that's what did you buy it off eBay? Where'd you buy it from? Then I saw he is a crypto trader, and it would make sense why he would like to have a free loan. Also, how much did you lend him? How much did you buy that item from? Because that's, whew, yeah. Depending on how much it was, I might be pissed. I told him I want my money back by tomorrow, 3 p.m. Otherwise, I'll take action. Yeah, I definitely would go that route as well, because if it was something along the lines of, hey, I just got no like this. As a business owner, I would never do that. I would, like, one, I'd never taken a loan for, but two, if I were to do that, I'd make sure I have that money until your project is shipped, until your item is shipped. I do that with Pokemon cards all the time. I don't spend that money, I don't invest that money until they get their item, and everything's good. And we got Lucas with that $7.99 super chat. Says, yes, Randy, fight the good fight. Earth 2 to the heckin' moon. Oh, that's another one. Every time the real Randy Chavez dabs, you take a drink. Again, could be very dangerous. Thank you, Lucas. I will continue to fight. Again, the same thing where I love guns, and I get it. There is a lot of people hate guns, but that's just as an American, as someone that, as a former member of the military, I love guns. Like, every time people want to put sensible gun control, I don't know if that's really an actual thing, but when people want to just put a blanket gun ban on all guns, all right, that's ridiculous. That you don't know what you're doing, you don't know the consequences of that. Every time that happens in Congress, I'm always very, very vocal against that. Same thing with anything that seems ridiculous. If you have things that are like, this is way too out of control, I need to be vocal, against that. Whatever it is, whether on right or left. So I haven't really done that with YouTube yet. I think I did before I was partnered. I did that actually. One of my streams with Mr. Potato Head was taken down because Mr. Potato Head, they didn't have a Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. They made them now just Potato Head. And I was like, listen, that's a little ridiculous. That's a little silly. Like, does it affect me personally? No, I don't have any Mr. Potato Head collectibles. Although if you had a Mr. Potato Head collectible, that's probably going to go through the roof, because now there are no more Mr. Potato Heads being created. There's just potato heads. But I said, like, all right, guys, this is getting a little silly. This is something where it's a child's play toy. Like, there's a Mr. Salt and Mrs. Pepper from Blue's Clues. They have paprika. That's how. I don't know. It just got a little silly to me. Like, the cancel culture was a little too real. So I made a video about that, and that was partially demonetized because it was like a sensitive topic. Like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I will always be there to fight for. I don't want to sound like Goku. I don't want to sound like this Captain America, like too goody two. But seriously, anywhere there is like injustice or a place where I think something is going wrong, thankfully I have the freedom to go and say what I want, and just like, hey guys, this is just my opinion on it. And most times I'd like to think I'm pretty logical on things, but I'll keep doing that as long as I can. Zana versus Zana. I'd love to see it, Zana. Ethan Youngberg says, have you ever invested in something that never gave you a return? That's a good one. That is a good one. All right, so Ethan Youngberg with the question of the day here. Ever invested in something that never gave you a return? You could make the argument that when somebody, let's say they're the person that happens to pay for things in a relationship or dates. Let's say you like to be like, no, this is what I like to do. I was taught, and for me, when I was younger, a lot of my old friends like, no, you pay for the first date, you be a gentleman, you do, whatever. Obviously, don't take it to a 5-star restaurant and spend like $300 on a meal, the first date, but you could make the argument that a couple of dates I went on where I spent time and money and, nothing came of it because, we're different people. Even then, though, I would not say that is a zero return on investment, because you're still learning. You're still learning about yourself. Like, oh, I didn't know that what you said was a deal breaker until you said it. Or I didn't know that the way you explained that, I didn't think about that before. Like a buddy of mine who said if he was going to date, or if he was going to marry this one girl, but this one girl was like best friends with her ex. And he said, like, I would not want any of my wife's exes at the wedding. I was like, why? Like, they're friends. Like my mind is just like, well, they're friends. Why you shouldn't? And he said, well, I don't want people that have been inside my wife to be there. And I was like, oh, well, I didn't think about it that way. So that's and again, not that we're talking about that on first dates, although I think first date you want to get everything out in the open, just to see if you have any long-term whatever. That's just what I do. But as far as monetarily speaking, yes, there. Now I'm thinking about it. There was a couple of people. Actually, there was several people because when 2020 happened and the pandemic and COVID, and my business was literally giving money to business owners, or at least lending it out to business owners. And well, what happened? Like 40% of them never paid back. They just went out of business. A couple of them, like, rest their souls, are no longer with us. But yeah, it was a horrible time, early 2020, when that happened. So yeah, there were a few, but for the most part, I at least did get something back from them. And again, you still do learn from those things. Like I had never been hit in the face like that ever. Whether it's talking about boxing, whether talking about finance, whether a girl breaking up with me, losing like $90,000 is not a fun thing to go through. But you press on, you move forward, you improvise, adapt, overcome. That meme. Gazer says, "Hey brother, how are you, Gazer? I haven't seen you in so well. How are you?" Or2 Fake News says, "Hello Randy, how's the scam going?" Or2 Fake News. I was mentioning you guys before because you guys are so funny. That last video had me cracking up. I was literally like screaming at one point. It was like cackling. Yeah, definitely guys, go watch them. Crystal Stroud says, "Daddy drink." Thank you for that $5 super chat, Crystal Stroud. "Daddy drinks, try an Adios Mother Fudger." I know I've heard of that before. I just haven't had the pleasure of trying it. Gaza says, "Do you know when we can take money out of Veve?" That is one of the updates that they are looking at. One of the updates is being able to do gem to Omi conversions, Omi to gem conversions, and then being able to take off as well. That'll be before the end of the year, but I don't know when. I don't have a timeline. They haven't told us a timeline, so I'll keep you guys posted on that. Pretty much any breaking news, like, again, I won't be like Cavell Anderson making a new video 6 times a day for each little thing, but the bigger stuff, yeah, I'll definitely mention as soon as I hear about it. Or2 Fake News says, "And where are our t-shirts, bro?" Hello, Christel. Yeah, I mean, if you guys keep doing, honestly, a greasy wheel, our squeaky wheel gets the grease, keep asking. When I go to Europe next year, I'll get you a shirt. You got that, on record here. When I go to Europe next year, we see each other, I'll get you a shirt. Dr. Professor Kubinski says, "I can tell you in less than 5 years, people are going to hear about Counter-Strike Kato 2014 stickers selling for hundreds of thousands. There aren't more than 300 left per sticker worldwide." I have to look into that. I was not so much a Counter-Striker, but that's interesting. All right, something that's old. It's a little old, not like old, it's only 7 years old, but it's not new. There's a finite amount of it, and there aren't more than left 300 per sticker worldwide. Okay, yeah, I gotta take a look into that. Thank you, Dr. Professor Kaminsky. Armando Carrillo G says, "Yo, I freaking love you. I freaking love you too, Armando Carrillo G. Thanks, mate. That was I don't know what brought that on, but thank you. That does mean the world." Earth 2 Review says, "All right, drinking night, drinks. My shoulder, I can't work out. My shoulder literally got worse. I don't know what it did. I don't know what I did. So I'm gonna just be noodle arms, and I'm gonna have a fat gut. So I apologize for my appearance in the next coming months." Zana says, "Don't drink and drive." No, never drink and drive. Do not do that. That is my. Yeah, no, definitely don't do that. Earth2 Fake News says, "Arya is fighting online against wannabe YouTubers. When do you release your video against them?" I've never gone on the attack like he has. I've just been more parry blocking, saying like, "Oh, no, well, that's not a scam. Nope, what you're saying is wrong. That's outdated information." I'm just parrying. I'm not really going on the counteroffensive like Arya Realty's doing. He's doing the Lord's work right there. Sorry, I don't know why I'm drinking so much water. It's because my throat hurts. Dr. Brett Kubinski said, "I will buy them once the market cools down and start collecting them." Very nice, very nice. Dr. Brett Kubinski, let me know how that goes. I might join you. Zana says, "Don't drive and drink, just buy Omi." That's all. Yeah, honestly, guys, like, if there's ever a time not to commit a crime and to not be, because you need to be invested. You can't afford parking tickets and legal fees and lawyers. You gotta be buying OMI, gotta be buying Bitcoin and Earth 2 tiles. Not financial advice, not financial advisor. I'm not telling you guys what to do. It's just what I'm doing. That's just something I would tell to my girlfriend or my friends. Yeah. Bazilio says Bitcoin dipping. Load up. Yeah. So I bought another 250 this afternoon. Why? I don't have much left in my account, but I'm doing it. Yeah. I and there's some people that say Bitcoin might go to 20,000. I don't see that happening. But if it does, oh girl, I'm gonna get so much. But if Bitcoin goes to 20,000, OMI might go down to 0.001. Like it might take another half of where it is now. God, if that happens, I put 100 grand in there. Oh my God, yeah, I can't even. That'd be like 100 million OMI. Air TV said just picked up another 100,000 OMI today. You get that bread, Air TV. You get that bread. You show that who's boss. Show it who's boss. Get it. Dr. Fresh said, I buy and hold the stuff I enjoy, Pokemon cards, Lego, and video game skins. Yeah, video game skins are something that I think that'll be worth a lot in the future too. Worst thing that can happen is me enjoying them. Agreed 100%. If you're enjoying them, and that's what, when people ask me about, hey, what should I collect in Pokemon cards? It's like, okay, well, I don't know what your thing is, if whether you're flipping them, holding them long term, but I said the best thing you could probably do is buy what you enjoy, collect what you love, and everything will spawn from there. If you enjoyed base set growing up, enjoy base set. If you enjoy jungle, let's say you didn't collect a set, you just like Pidgeot. Okay, well, Pidgeot was in jungle set, first edition. You can get it in hollow or non-hollow, and maybe after you're done collecting a couple Pidgeots, maybe you collect its evolution forms, where you collect Pidgeotto and Pidgey from base set. First edition, non-first edition, PSA 10, PSA 9, whatever. And then you can go to Pidgeots and other sets. Now, that's something that you're going to be able to do. Koga's Pidgeotto, Koga's Pidgey, there's a couple of them. It'll sprawl from there. And then, like, oh, well, you know what? I like that episode where Ash's Pidgeotto was fighting a Pharaoh and it was losing, so it evolved into a Pidgeot. So now you get Pharaoh, and now you get Lieutenant Surge's Pharaoh. You get Sparrow. Like, it'll snowball from there, I guarantee you. Because I love Charizard, as did everyone, but there was also a picture that I took in my original Pokemon Snap where what you had to do was knock Charmeleon with a Pester Ball into the lava, it evolves into a Charizard, and it breathes fire. And I took a picture, and I shiz you not. Thank you guys for 20 likes. It was it looked exactly like Blaine's Charizard. So when I saw Blaine's Charizard come out, I was like, oh, this is so special. And what was one of the first cards I bought when I got older? Blaine's Charizard, first edition PSI 10. I was buying those at around between $600 and $700. Now they're worth like $6,000. I have a couple of those now. And that's not something I want to sell. It's something that I'm going to sell now just to buy more Bitcoin, just to buy more OMI, because I believe that doubles. It's let's say $6,000 right now. I believe that doubles in 2 years, and I believe that could probably be between $20,000 and $30,000 a card by the end of the decade. But something that 5x's by the end of the decade, or Bitcoin 5x's by the end of the year, OMI 20xing by the end of the year. Again, this is just my opinion on what it's going to do. I could just buy those cards back and not even feel it at that time. Or two fake news is not financial advice. You already have the document. It's time. You will be the first one. Well, again, like I have said in other videos, I think it actually broke on one of where Nameless Tech Ops was the bowl combo. I don't know if Meta was on there. It was just a stream that all of us were doing, and I said, like, actually, I am a financial advisor, just because that's what I used to do in my first business, in the high risk lending business, and that's what I would do. Actually give the financial advice. Vasilio says OMI will go under 0.002 in the next few days. Oh, brother, I hope it does. Oh, but first off, I want it to go as low as possible, because that means that much more OMI is going to be burned. That much more OMI being burned means that we have, again, like a $500 million. Like, if we had, in the last two drops that we had, $500 million were burned each. If the price at the time, let's say, was 0.003, and now let's say the price goes to 0.0015, that means we would have burned $1 billion each day. So I welcome the lower price point. The fact that, again, when this it does go up, it's going to be a violent. But it's been trading like this, going down for weeks. When it goes up, and it will, it is going to be violent because people don't. Again, I this is why I'm very thankful that they're doing slow things. Like they're only going to announce one exchange next month or this month. They were supposed to do it in May, but they didn't. And that's why I'm thankful that they have. They're not announcing Pokemon yet. They're not announcing Disney yet. They want to save it, for later down the line. And even last night or 2 nights ago, they had sent out a tweet saying, "Hey, the app is going down for maintenance, probably because we're on English. Those drops are happening this Thursday, so a lot of Omi is going to be burned." I can't wait for that. I really can't. Moving on. Lucas, that $8 super chat saying, "Yes, Randy, fighting the good fight. Earth 2 to the moon." Yeah, and all this Earth 2 stuff, like where I buy literally like $100 a week worth of tiles, mostly in Chavezopia, but sometimes not. If we're looking at the chart, first is fresh water. Okay, well, that's probably gonna be in Antarctica. Second is sand. I have tiles in Kuwait. I have actually a couple thousand tiles in the UAE, not in Dubai, because I didn't get any in Dubai. Still salty about that. But I have some in, I don't know where. I couldn't tell you where. But I do have them there. Sand is going to be the number. It looks like if we go from top to bottom, if sand is the number 2 resource that's going to be most useful right now. Okay, all right, I'm in. I got a lot. Brazil, I think I have a little bit of sand just because I have land up here. I have a lot of the river, and then I have land down there as well. And then I have a bunch in India as well. So sand, freshwater, and sand, the top 2 resources, I'm sitting pretty nice on. Anything else, like I said, I think coal or oil is like the bottom 2, and oil, I do have the oil reserve in Brazil. So again, right now, that could just mean nothing. Freshwater, that could just be the placement. Oh, freshwater's up here. It's actually the least important thing. I don't know. But freshwater, you need that to live. So I'm pretty sure that's going to be pretty important. And we're buying all this. We're doing all this without a crypto. We're doing all this without Essence. And again, if you missed my stream this morning, they had Shane had tweeted a couple days ago saying that Phase 2 is only being held up by Essence. It's not that they don't have it. Now they don't have the idea of it. It's there. But their biggest problem right now, the biggest issue that they're overcoming currently, is event-triggered Essence, meaning that it's not just going to be you mining and then you getting Essence that way. It could be other things, as far as, oh, this is your 3rd time in the Warring World today, you get some Essence. This is your 10th time attacking someone in the Warring World, Essence. Oh, you're helping out another player, you did a giveaway, you sponsored whatever, Essence, like Essence for everybody. Again, I don't know exactly what that's going to be like, but I think it is going to be, I'm speculating that it's going to be similar to Xbox, where, oh, Jar Jar Binks, you're annoying me in Lego Star Wars. I'm going to kill you 10 times. Achievement unlocked. I kill Jar Jar Binks 10 times. That's something that I think will be similar in Earth 2. Again, just my opinion. So I went on. Non-fungible, wonderful. What's going on, buddy? How's it going? It's been a while. I watch a lot of your videos, man. Basilio says, "I love guns." Me too, brother. That's why I'm heading down to Florida, because I miss my guns. Dr. Kaminsky said, "At Ethan Youngbird, everything gives you a return. The guaranteed return is a lesson." Yeah, it's true. Women. The Bowl Combo, what's going on? It says, "Great stream, man." Thank you, Bowl Combo. That means the world to me. The Bowl Combo, I do mention you a lot when talking about other YouTubers. Bowl Combo is pretty consistent with his weekly videos. Actually, I saw one of your videos that you released today, I think. With that one looks pretty interesting. So when you guys are done with this, definitely check out Bowl Combo's channel. He's pretty good. or 2 Fake News says he likes Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. Yeah, it's true. It's true. My frequent listening to Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds clearly steers me in the direction of believing that despite what the news says, despite the fact that the news is meant to keep you in fear, despite that it's meant to pit right against left and, old versus young, I feel like most people just want to have drinks like we're all doing right now, like having daddy sodas and listening to good music. They like listening to the Doors. You can't even if again my friend Mark's daughter, when she was just listening to Lil Peep or any the new rap artists or whatever. Okay, listen, have you ever listened to the Doors or the Clash or Black Sabbath and get to introduce her all this music? Young people don't know that they don't like old school music. And not that, not that you want to drink with young people, but having drinks with your buddies, listening to good music, and just loving life. That is, I think, what anyone wants to do. If everyone listened to Lucy and Sky with Diamonds at the same time, I guarantee you there'd be world peace. Like there's just no other option for me. Moving on. I don't want them either. I'm with your friend, dude. Oh, Vasilio, my man. Crystal Strauss said, it's possible to invest emotionally and or time with no return. Not all investments are monetary. Yeah, so that's what I was talking about with, trying to invest. Or let's say you invest like 5 years with a person, and then you're just growing apart. You're just growing apart, and you realize, and sometimes it's subtle. Sometimes it's like it's your partner, not pinching your butt when you walk by, or not, doing stuff, and it's like, okay, all right, yeah, partner's checked out. And okay, what did you waste 5 years for? Yeah, you have good memories, you have this, and same thing, no return. It's rough out there. Why does love always feel like? Oh my God, I forgot my 30-minute Patreon member shout out. Why does love always feel like a battlefield? A battlefield, battlefield. Why does love always feel like a battlefield? Battlefield, battlefield. Yeah, that is for my Patreon members. Keyzad Gamer says, I want to sell my Earth 2 account with plus $150. So does that mean that whatever you paid for it, let's say you paid $500 for everything, you want to sell for minimum $650? Let me know, Keyzad Gamer. And we got Wraithax with a $10 super chat saying, investing in E2 community. Priceless. Yeah, 100%. That is something that the Earth 2 community, I'm excited to play the game. I'm excited to make money. But the two biggest things I'm excited for, there's so much to be excited for. So it's hard to, let's say top 5 would be, one, to see everyone in VR, and to just see, oh, this is like finally, like we're doing it. It's like internet friends that meet for the first time. It's like, yeah, it's like, oh, and I met my friend Autumn for the first time, and like big hug. Same thing with my friend Lilith, big hug. Same thing with a bunch of people that you just don't see ever in real life, and then it's, going and going and meeting people. That's gonna be probably number one. But number two is creating jobs. Is being able to say like, hey, I need this. I want this design done for my avatar. I want this type of skin. I want type of skin for the pet that nature that I get in nature. For my penguins. Penguins are going to have little tiny clothes. It's going to be awesome. At least that's what I'm going to try to do. Whatever animal there is, dress them up in clothes. It's going to be great. If they want us to. Obviously, got to get consent from the animals first. Although, if you take a look at some of the dastardly things that old ladies do to cats, putting on these sweaters that they definitely don't want to be put on, it's probably going to be okay. But yeah, just doing that, and just the community, having people thrive, and also having these people calling Earth 2 a scam, having them eat their heckin' words, saying like, yeah, you're buying tiles now, aren't you? But you know what? At the same time, I can't wait to be the bigger man and be like, we were fighting, but now we welcome you into Chaveztopia. And hopefully at the end of the day, like the rest of my guys here and ladies, we hope to one day call you family. And that's what I hope for also is, again, when you get those people coming onto our side that they were negative and now they're just 100% positive, that's like one of the best feelings. That's a really good feeling. I like that. So, Lucilo says, I wouldn't invite any girls I've been into my wedding either. It's about respect. That's a good... See, like, I understand that. It's just, for me, I only try to think about my exes when I love them. And whether we're on talking terms or not, but I'm friends with all of my exes except for this one girl. Long story short, but she had said, oh, yeah, I'm watching my baby brother. It's not a baby brother, it's her kid. And she just told me she wasn't, just about lying. She was a stripper, which is fine, 100%. I've dated strippers before, but she told me she wasn't hooking. I was like, okay, all right, that's fine. Just like, if you are, again, it's like more power to you. I understand you got to make a living, but I just don't feel comfortable being with you while you're hooking. And that kid was not her brother; that was her son, and she was hooking. And I was like, okay, I just don't like being lied to, and she understood. But every single other girl we're friends. We're very, very good friends, and they're big parts of my life. So yeah, Maybe I won't have a wedding. Honestly, if I have a wedding, I might go big, or I might go small, or not at all. I don't know. I'll let you keep you guys posted with that. Crystal Strauss, I wonder if you would make more money by selling your account tile by tile. I guess it depends. I wouldn't buy accounts right now. Just again, just what I would do or would not do is just because I would want to see what resources are being spawned where, and I would want to see, okay, well, how many class 1 tiles you have, class 2, class 3, and so on and so forth. I think Austria, which I only have a couple of tiles in there, I think that's going to be very, very big because in a lot of the gameplay that they've shown has been in Austria. So that's something where I think that might be a country that will be first to experience, the beta testers for mining and resources and spawning and all that. I'm pretty confident on that. Ooh, excuse me. But yeah, selling your account tile by tile, that, again, if I was getting out, yeah, I'd probably do that, even though it'd be a little tedious, but I wouldn't want to right away. But I guess that's a gamble. Hey, buy it right now. Who knows? It could be something that's really well. Yeah. We got Raythax with a $10 super chat saying, "I will officiate in E2 for you and your girlfriend." Raythax, are you able to do that? Are you an ordained man of the faith of or a captain of a ship? If you're a captain of a ship, let me know. That would be great. Get married on a cruise would be superb. Oh, drinks for everyone that night. Crystal Strauss says, "I'm late, but hi, Earth 2 Fake News." Oh yeah, Earth 2 Fake News is great. So yeah, part of the risk would be, hey, buy this account now, and you're buying it for what it's worth or cheaper or whatever, and then as soon as the gameplay comes on, now these tiles are worth so much more because they happen to produce something that is just bananas and really, really valuable as possible. Or you could buy this with the potential of that, and then them just doing, spawning whatever resource, and tiles stay the same. It's not that good of an investment. So I would rather wait until we know which resources are being spawned where, and then I would overpay for those resources, because it doesn't matter what you pay at the beginning. You have that resource forever. That resource is coming to you for life every single time. So I have no problem overpaying if, there's only 1,000 tiles that spawn diamonds. There's $1,000 because it's a finite amount. It's such a small amount. Again, that's just what I would do, not giving anyone advice. Tui Tonga says, "Let's make it happen." Dr. Professor Kaminsky said, "I'm heading out in 5 a.m. for me, Randy. You're a real one, pure soul. I can tell." Thank you, Dr. Professor Kaminsky. Thanks, man. That does mean a lot. Have a good one, Dr. Professor Kaminsky. Tui Tonga said, "I wish Omi was easier to buy." Oh, same. I was talking to my friend Tyler that I was at dinner with, and he was so interested in it, and he's like, "Okay, well, how do I buy Omi?" And I was like, and I told him, he's like, "Yeah, it's a pain." It's like it's coming on more exchanges. There's going to be four more by the end of the year, so the amount of exchanges that it's on is going to double. And he's like, "All right, that's fair." He's probably going to wait, and I have a bunch of people that are waiting until I still have a bunch of people that aren't into Earth 2 yet. That some of them are, because now the withdrawals are taking a lot less longer. It's 24 to 48 hours, and you get it. But a couple people that they're waiting now, they've changed. They say, "Hey, I just want to wait for withdrawal system to be easier." Now it is. Half of those people are in, and now what happened? Like we're gonna wait until phase 2 comes out. Like, all right, guys, you do you. I can't blame him for that one. Raythax with a $10 super chat saying he got ordained on the interwebs. Did it to marry 2 of my female friends in Cancun. That was probably amazing. So, Raythax, quick story time. Your super chat has spawned a core memory for me. There was this thing called Pork Fest years ago. It was in New Hampshire at Rogers Campground, and it stood for Porcupine Freedom Festival. And what had happened was that we would go, and everyone was open carrying. There was lots of Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, lots of, oh, is that a mushroom? Yeah. There's a lot of good stuff for everyone. But it was also a place for families to go to and whatever, because there was a kid center where my friend Zen she had 3 kids. She barely saw them the whole time. Like, "Okay, Mom, we're gonna play with the other kids." She's like, bye. So it was great. We're drinking wine coolers. We had bacon that we were making in a waffle maker. It was so good. And the point of this story is that there was this girl, Buzz, who is a contractor by trade, and she would spend some of the week building a stage. And at the end of the week, she would have what was called Buzz's Big Gay Dance Party. And it was they were the greatest parties. That was the greatest party each Porkfest each year. And in 2015, they had federally legalized gay marriage on the same day that Buzz's Big Gay Dance Party was. So everyone went hard. Like I'm talking, like these two little girls made I don't know how many hundreds of dollars. They had a line of nail polish, and people were just like, "All right, $20 to get your nails done." And I was like, "Okay," because we're all drunk. So these girls made a killing, and because that was it for Buzz's Big Gay Dance Party. So I've never been to a gay wedding. It is my hope. It is my dream that I get invited to one day. Even my friends that are in the LGBT community that are, but they're let's say they're bi. They're in heteronormative relationships now. So I still haven't found it yet. Still haven't got invited to one, but hopefully one day. Ray Thax, thank you again for that. Let's see what else we got here. Heading up 5 a.m. Aria Realty said this dumpster fire is getting crazy. For those of you, again, that missed it before, that are just tuning in now, Aria Realty was just attacked in a video by Upper Echelon Gaming, and but he did it because I'm very happy for him, because now his next video is going to get so much more views. His current videos are probably getting a lot of views. I bet you his revenue is going to the heckin' moon. In fact, so much so that if Aria Realty was taking investments, I'd be like, done. What do you need? What do you need? Let me fund you. Give you as much money as you want. Just give me like 10% of your company, of your character. He's great. I love him. Crystal Stroud said, by the time I get to buying Omi, I will probably be 0.25 or more. I should get on it. Yeah. I buy as soon as I can. As soon as I have money, I buy. And even with the reserves that I have, that's supposed to be like in case of emergency, in case something happens, a car breaks down, whatever. I spend that because I have a sickness. It is a sickness. I don't have a cure. No treatment. But I do that knowing that I'm buying at 0.00. I bought at 0.008, 0.07, all the way down to 0.0021. I'm continuously buying knowing that it could have again, and it could go to 0.001. And why am I doing that? Because I can, because I have the money, and in that, if it does happen, then I can buy it cheaper. But because I know I can't time the market, nobody can consistently. Market does what it wants. This could be the last time that it's down here, and it just goes to the moon and it never comes back down. So I buy as soon as I can, because that's what I did when I was in high risk lending. That's what I do with Pokemon cards, because you don't know where the prices are going. You don't know what day is going to be the last day at this price. Kind of like that meme. It's like, one day you and your friends went out bike riding for the last time, and you didn't know it. Same thing right now. We do not know how long these prices are going to stay like this. Bitcoin, and again, it could go down lower, which I hope it does, so I can buy more. Even after I sell that card that put 100 grand into both Bitcoin and 100 grand into Omi, and then it halves the next day, happy. Here's another $500. Here's another, here's however much I could put in. Just because I'm so bullish on these companies. Again, risking retirement, risking life and limb. So I'm pretty sure my girlfriend would be a little. She would just give me the I'm disappointed look, and that would be worse than anything. Ray Taylor says Cope. It's a scam. What is Cope? Let me know what Cope is, and I'll see if I can look into that. Crystal Stroud says, I still wonder why the water at the bottom of South America is so sparkly/glittery. Yeah, I don't know why either. Hopefully it's a magical resource. Well, Wolfgang said there would be no magic in the game, but he did not say there wouldn't be magical items. Like, let's say you have a Mary Poppins bag for all your inventory. You could shove everything in there. Or something along those lines. Or maybe like something that brings you good luck, like a magic or an enchanted javelin. Protego. That's what I think about that. Brian Flynn says, I wonder if there is tiles that have all the resources in one, like super tiles. That's a good question. There are going to be tiles that don't produce anything at first because they're going to produce something amazing later. But super tiles would be... There are probably going to be properties like that. Where let's say if you're on the beach, okay, well you have this tile, that's water, this tile sand. There's a tree, so that's ore. Maybe deep down there's wood. There's gold, there's oil under the island, something like that. So there might be actual properties like that, but one tile, maybe, maybe that'd be incredible. Oh my God, find a way to make that tile, breed that tile somehow. I don't know. Uh, Super tile. Zana says, "Have a good night, everyone. Bye and hold and sleep." Yes, goodbye, Zana. Thank you for coming on. Raythax saying that $10 super chat saying investing in the Earth 2 community, priceless. Yeah, that's I love it here. I love the community. Crystal Strat laughing at Raythax saying they keep upgrading the E2 site. Seems silly to do it if it were only a scam. I guess from the outside looking in, they may not notice those details. No, they don't. They take like a broad spectrum look at it. They don't look at the micro. They just look at the macro. It seems scammy. It's probably a scam, and then they just make a video about it because they make money on it. But yeah, definitely look in the micro. He's like, okay, all these details clearly point to that it's a legitimate business. We've known this for months. Raythax, again, that $10 super chat will officiate for you and your girlfriend, and then ordained on the interwebs, married 2 of your friends in Cancun. So, Raythax, if me and my girlfriend, if we decide that marriage is for us and we want to do the thing, you can totally do that. We'll fly out here, or we'll have it on the interwebs, depending on how bad COVID is. If COVID has a resurgence, I don't know. I'll keep you posted. King Jersey says, "Is there any gameplay yet?" Well, some of the gameplay we did see in the most recent Earth 2 video, which they had uploaded this morning, and like Raythax said, it looks like they had a few daddy sodas because even the picture I had, they had just gone off a ramp. They're like Air Jordaning over one car, almost over another, they hit another car literally while driving. It was pretty funny. It was pretty fun to watch. And it kind of reminded me not of Vice City, not of Grand Theft Auto, but it reminded me of Midnight Club or Midnight Club 2, where you going, and it was cool. You're leaving tire marks, leaving trail marks. I hope there's in Midnight Club 2, if you go to cheat codes, I think Rimbuk, Rimbuk, and Save the Kids, and like Green Lantern, those are things that you could make it so that your car is invincible, so that your car has a grenade launcher, your car has machine gun power. It was awesome. It was heckin' amazing. It was ridiculous. And I think it looks similar to that. I don't know if Tencent is involved in this, but Tencent owns like 5% of Tesla. So every game that Tencent is involved in, they put Teslas in there. Will Teslas be in Earth 2? I don't know. We will have to wait and see. Outside of that, anything else? Chris Toffer said, "Why did E2 Meta file a false DMCA?" It is some. I mean, if we're going to talk about it now, he had one of the ones that he had filed was, if I remember correctly, it was gone within 20 hours. Because he had posted something that he thought was covered under the Fair Use Act. It wasn't under the Fair Use Act, so the copyright claim that he had, it was gone. It was to the smaller channel. He apologized to the dude, but it was over and done with, and within 20 hours, it was back up on his channel. So pretty much that's the end of that. He's done now. Outside of that, he'll probably be back at some point. He did message me before saying, "Hey, thanks for the kind words." But yeah, he's a good dude. I hope he comes back soon. I miss his content. As do, like, I understand, like, because again, it's kind of a lot. It's kind of, I was stressing a little bit over vacation, saying like, oh, I gotta make a video, gotta stream, and they weren't my best streams. But my video was just really me reading My Name Is Human podcast. I'm actually going to be on their podcast tomorrow. If anyone wants to check that out, I'll stream in the morning and I'll provide a link. So that's something that'll be fun to listen to. Going to go deep on that and talk about a lot of stuff, including Dashi. If everyone's drinking every time I say including Dashi, it's gonna be a long night for y'all. So it is about an hour. I'm going to do that 1 hour Patreon member shout out. All my life I've been over the top. I don't know what to do with. All I know is I don't want to stop. All my life I'm gonna go till I drop. You're either in or in the way. Don't make me. I don't want to stop. Little Ozzy Osbourne for y'all. Good luck for Arya calling people neckbeard, huh? Good look for Arya. Did he call? Maybe he did. If he did, more power to him. He is his own brand. It's like in Romeo and Michelle's high school reunion where they're like, no, we were in our own clique. He's definitely in his own. He's in his own. Not to be upper echelon of YouTuber. He's very intelligent. He's very smart. He does the intelligent things and baits these guys with bigger YouTube channels, and he's just getting so many views now because of it. So he's, yeah, they can call Aria Realty whatever they want. They can call him. He's laughing all the way to the bank. Very smart, that guy. Seemed pretty sensitive to that label. Neckbeard? No, there was this one guy who had, which I befriended him afterwards. I forget his name. David something? I don't know, but he made a couple of videos and like a podcast about me saying like, oh, Randy Chavez living in his grandma's basement, it looks like, and is just saying like, just call me a neckbeard, and I think called Aria Realty. Well, whatever it was. Most of his focus was on me though, and just kind of just kill him with kindness. So I was saying like, okay, well, yeah, he was wearing a Tony Stark shirt. I was like, hey, I like your Tony Stark shirt. I like the Avengers too. I see you're in Florida, because he attacked me on Facebook also. I was like, all right, let me see. And I was like, part of me was like, I'm gonna roast him, but I was like, okay, wait, got more flies with honey than you do with vinegar. So I just said like, hey, I like your Tony Stark shirt. Looks like you work out. Me and my girlfriend are going to Florida next year near where you are. We should get dinner together. Let us buy you dinner. I think your opinion would change about me. And then he just became like just a cool dude. He's just and we're friends now. I think they call that hypocritical. Well, I don't call anyone neckbeards. If RC does, again, that's probably just the point. The point of him doing that is because it's probably a little hypocritical because he's got a little bit of a beard under his neck. I think I'm not sure. I haven't seen him in a while. But he'll do that so people will focus that on him. And he knows that, okay, if people are attacking your character, you're most likely winning the debate. If people resort to attacking like your looks or your family or whatever, okay, you're getting to that. That means they can't attack your argument. That means your argument is pretty good, and they're just gonna, and they're just gonna try to attack that. So again, he's very, very good at what he does, and if you attack him, kind of do so at your own peril, because he's just gonna have fun with it. We're former military together. Nothing you say to him is gonna like hurt him. Like nothing you say to him is gonna is gonna make like him or I like oh wow. So you see tears start rolling down the eyes. Crystal Stroud saying kindness is the best weapon. They don't know what to do with it. Yeah, and you also I do, you have to think, if people are going to try to attack others, then most likely it's because something unfulfilling in they're being unfulfilled in their lives, whether it's because they didn't get the dream job that they wanted, or they didn't, they let the good girl go or the good guy go years back, and now they wish they hadn't because now maybe they're single and then they're feeling a little lonely. And also a lot of people that attack me, most people that attack me usually are, I cannot think of a person that was more successful than me try to bring me down. It's mostly people, and again, Nicole Arbor did a great bit on this, where she's an attractive woman, very attractive woman, and she said that, okay, well, like, I've never had like a really hot person tell me like I'm ugly. It's only like other people trying to only ugly people trying to bring me down. It's like, oh, that's good. That's really good. Christopher says, but Aria did that. What did Aria do? Yeah, stop them in their tracks, Crystal Stroud. So when other people do it, it's a character problem, but Aria, it is funny. Well, again, Aria Realty he did not fire that first shot. A lot of it was, I don't know if it was on Twitter or if it was just that, yeah, it was just him going to other YouTubers and it was saying, and me as well. I commented on a lot of their videos saying like, hey, I appreciate like the work you did. Looked like you worked very hard. Whether they did or not, I don't know. But I said, hey, you worked very hard. But I think some of your information is out of date. Go live with me, one day, and I'll get you some new information. And I did the same thing on Twitter. And Aria Realty, I think, did that, but in a little bit of a not haughtier way. Haughty, is that the word I'm looking for? And when he did that, he invoked a little bit of a more harsher response. And as soon as guns came ablazing, he was just responding in kind. So again, it is fun. Like some people when they do things, some things are just funny. Like if we have some people like make a roast video about me, again, like the roast of Pamela Anderson or the roast of Seth MacFarlane, whatever you want, roast of Johnny Knoxville. Some jokes, mean-spirited, they're funny. And I think that's unfortunate too, because sometimes you have jokes that are really funny and some people get like super offended, like, oh, you can't say that. It's like, no, like the point of comedy is supposed to be shocking. It's supposed to make you think. It's supposed to leave you different than when it first found you. So I enjoy all forms of comedy, but sometimes when people are like trying to like throw like insults, sometimes like, all right, I get it, like I understand it, but it's like it's just not delivered in a way that was funny. Like Nicole Arbour's video of Dear Fat People, that was funny, that was hysterical. Or I don't know if she did Dear Ugly People or Dear Brown People. I hope she did because she's hysterical. I would find it funny, but if it was like just a mean-spirited thing and not delivered in a funny way, I'd be like, all right, I think you're just using that as an excuse to be racist. But again, that was that. Yeah, so anyway, guys, that is it for me today. Thank you all, Crystal Stroud, Ray Thies, everyone else for the super chats. That does mean the world to me. Everyone else, please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. I love you. All right, goodbye, guys. Meow, 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 meow.